So the first thing you want to do is sign on to Canva and navigate to the area where your label that you created is located. Once you've found that label, you will open your new skincare label. I'm now switching to my different designs that I've created for my skincare label. I have them in different colors, but I think for this one, we're just gonna go ahead with a basic white label so I can show you how it appears on the jar in person, as a physical, how it looks physically rather than just on the screen, because sometimes the label on the screen, it looks, plain, and then once you put it on your jar, it looks different, like it looks presentable like an actual product. Once you've established the label that you want to use, you want to go to the top right corner, you're going to click share, and from there you're going to select download. You're going to click file type, scroll down to PDF print, and you're going to click crop with bleed and also flatten PDF. The crop with bleed will allow you to save the file with the crop, so that way you don't have any missing text or it printing with any like white background, or not, in the proper purport, or not able to print in the correct proportion. From there, it's going to ask you to save as. You're going to save it as a file on your computer in somewhere where you can find it. So for me, I'm just going to save it in my downloads as what it says right here, tester label, so that I would be able to find it when I go to upload it to Maestro. Don't forget to select the page number that you want. If you have more than one labels in a document, go ahead and select the proper page number so you can actually save the correct one. For this one, I'm actually printing two of them, the white and the green, to see how each will come out on my label paper. Once you've completely downloaded your file, you're going to go ahead and open your Maestro Label Designer, sign in from it. Once you have online labels, you do have this program. It comes with this. It's free activation comes with it each time you order, so you'll be able to have this program. Now, to be clear, if you have Maestro, then I'm assuming that you already purchased your labels from online labels. That's the only way for you to get access to this. I'm not sure if you can purchase it outside of that, but it's like, why do that when you can just purchase your label paper from online labels, and with that you'll get your codes to activate this editing software and printing software. So now that you do get your 8x2 labels from online labels and you have this software, I'm going to show you how to print with it. If you don't, you're still able to use this method up to an extent to print your labels. So the first thing you want to do, if you have the 8x2 label paper, that label paper is known as, the code for that is OL1159. So you want to go and design new labels, taking it that you're starting from scratch. Sometimes when you're starting from scratch, the label paper that you have purchased pops up, but it's not here. So we're going to go blank to print for yourself, sheets, and we're going to type it in here, OL1159. And bam, it's right there. You click on it. You want to go in images, upload new images, and we want to go with let's do the white one first. White label tester, you want to open that. Now that it's open, you're going to click on it, and as you can see, these black lines here they're actually showing the bleed of the product. All right, okay, there it goes. So when you have the bleed, it makes the printing better, because sometimes when you print the page, for some reason it shifts. So when you have a bleed, you have some workaround room, so everything inside of the bleed will actually be printed. So now, as you can see here, my own is printed perfectly here. It is within the lines, and we're ready to go. The next thing we want to do, since I'm not printing one full sheet of this particular label, we're going to go in multi-design and click add new design. Design 2, just call it design 2, start with blank design, and update layout, and let's go. So this is design 1, design 2, images. We should have uploaded both, but we're going to go back. Green label tester. And we're going to add the next label. We're going to do the same, and we're going to add it right in between here. There we go. So now that we have that, multi-design, edit layout, since we only have 2 labels that we need to print, we're going to make these 3 blank, and we're going to print 1 here and there. Now update layout. Then we're going to click File, Export File. You want full sheet label. Tester product label. That's what I'm going to call it. Save. Once it's completed download, we're going to click on it. We're going to show in folder. Let's open it to see what it looks like. Let's wait for it to open. And voila. So this is your label. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and send this through printing. So our margins are fine so far. I think the only time I have issues with margins with label is when I'm printing circle labels, and I'm going to send a video to help, do a video to help with that. So we're going to go ahead. Before we do this, we actually have to go ahead and get our printing paper. All right, so as you guys can see here, I'm going to switch the position of the labels because I do have printing paper that I didn't use all of it, so I'm not going to let it waste. I'm just going to use this paper. But as you can see here, top 1 is blank and the last 2 is blank, only the 2 in the middle. So I'm going to have to change the position of the labels that I already saved as PDF inside of Maestro, so that way I can make use of these blank labels that I currently have. So now we're back in Maestro, edit layout, and instead of having the top label, we're going to go down and we're going to click on this 3rd label and then click blank and make the top one, the first label, blank. Update layout, and we go ahead and do the same thing, full sheet export and open to print. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this label into the printer facing down. So we're going to face it down into the paper bin. For the printer, we're going to put this down because I am using the HP Envy Pro 6455. I will link it down below as well. And then we're going to use this, place this in the printer to print the labels, and I'll show you how it comes out. Remember earlier I was speaking in my printer choice video, I spoke about print quality and which one uses the most ink. Print quality here, you have normal, you have draft, which is very pale, normal is an okay color, best. When you print in best, for some reason the ink and the quality, it looks so rich. Normal is like middle, okay, not, and it doesn't use as much ink. We're going to go ahead and print with best quality for this one, and the ink is going to be a bit heavier, so I might leave this overnight before I put it on a jar. I also wanted to point out your text. Look at this color here, black. These stand out because they're in black. Your text, for me, the best color text to have is black or dark, some type of dark color, because this green isn't bad either, but the black is much better than like a shaded black or a light, a half black or something like that. Straight up black is always better. You can never fail with that. All right guys, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to actually put my label paper on so you guys can see. Before I place my label paper, I like to clean the jar with some alcohol just to get rid of any oil or grease. All right, so as you can see, now that's done, it's nice and clear and clean. So let's get the label. Here it is, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this off. We're gonna get our label. I like to look, there's a little line that I usually follow. It's like right here. You probably can't see the line, but there's like a line on the jars, very thin line. And I go and I place it here so it can be straight. I follow the line, and then I follow the line. Ooh. Yeah, that one got away from me. And I follow the line and then I stretch it around. right? So you see that. So previously I mentioned when I was making the DIY Canva labels, when you put the labels on the jar, they look much better on the jar than on the paper, or even when you're editing it. All right, so there's a little bit of a gap there, so I'm going to wait. Is there? No, it's good. Okay, all right, it's good. All right, so there it goes. Whipped body mouse. It should be whipped body moose. Guys, don't you know, see with me with the mistake. Like, I made the mistake on the computer. I don't know why I didn't fix it, but yeah, whipped body mouse. Should be body moose. But anyways, despite that mistake, this is how it looks on a product. So can you notice the difference from it being on a product and when it is actually, when it's being made? Because sometimes it's being made, it looks flat, but when it is on a product, it looks, yeah, it looks good. Like, I'll purchase this. It's like, okay, cool. You know, look at this. Wow. This is nice. And it's simple. And there you go. There you have it. Your whipped body mouse. I just noticed that, but we're gonna keep going. Whipped body mouse, but this is how it will look. Also, I wanted to show you something. I wanted to touch this so you can see, like, it just printed. I don't know if you guys could see just a little bit of ink on my finger, but either way, it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, so wish you guys all the luck and go ahead and print. Wish you guys all the luck and go ahead and print your product label. One more thing, guys, I wanted to mention that this label template is available on my website for you to purchase. It's a Canva template that you can edit. You can change everything about it. You can change the ingredients, description, or if you want to leave those, you can change your name, add your logo, and you have a ready-made label. So if you purchase one of those templates, you don't have to go to the trouble of making it from scratch. You can even change your color if you want, but you won't have to go to the guessing game about the dimensions and where to place everything and the text size. All you have to do is put in the information that you already have for your product, and you're able to make your label. So definitely go ahead and check out my website and see if any of my templates suit your needs.